Hello everyone. In today's lecture session, we are going to discuss the concept of perception. The lecture session will cover various stages of perception and various factors that influence the perception process. We will also discuss the important features or the characteristics of perception. So do like, share and subscribe my channel. We can define perception as the process of organizing, identifying, and interpretation of the sensory information to represent and understand the uh, social environment or the surrounding environment. The information is received through the five sense organs by seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting, and by smelling. We can say that through perception, we assign a meaning to the sensory information. So it is a active or we call it a subjective and a creative process. Responding towards a particular person or a object depends upon the perception, and the person who perceives is known as the perceiver. So, perception is a selective process as we do not perceive everything that we see around us. Depending upon our need, interest, and motives, we select only limited range of stimuli. So, perception cannot be carried out without the use of our five sensory organs. This we have also discussed in the definition part. Apart from these, perception is based upon change. Uh, for example, if there is a uniformity around us, then we do not experience any kind of perception. It also involves organization of data. The past experiences of the perceiver influences the perception process. Perception can be objective as well as subjective. In case of objective perception, we perceive through physical things, whereas in case of subjective perception, we perceive through our thoughts and motives. And we can say that feelings and emotions are also induced by the perception process. So, these are the important features of perception. Next are the various stages of perception. Receiving is the first stage of perception process. At this stage, person collects the information through the sensory organs. Information is received by touch, smelling, hearing, tasting, or by seeing the things around us. In the next stage, the person selects the required information according to his needs or motives or his own interest. This selection depends upon the internal as well as some of the external factors. The internal factors covers the perceiver's personality, his attitude, knowledge, and his past experiences. Whereas the external factors include the size, the contrast, intensity, color, movement, as well as repetition. The third stage is the organizing. In this stage, all the information received is organized in a proper order to make a sense. And finally, after organizing the data, the interpretation stage comes. At this stage, a meaning is given to the received information. The meaning given is based upon the person's knowledge and his past experiences. So, this is all in the perception process. These are the main things that influence the perception process. So, the perception is mainly influenced by the perceiver, the target, and the situation. As we know that perceiver is the person who is perceiving or observing any particular object or the situation. The characteristics of the perceiver includes his attitude, motivation, interest, and past experiences. So all these characteristics influence the perception process from perceiver point of view. Then target is the object that is being observed or perceived. The physical appearance, the color, the contrast, the movement of the target influences the perception of the perceiver. Then the third thing affecting the perception is the situation in which the perception process is being carried out. The time and the social setting of the physical environment influences the perception process. These are some of the examples of perception, that how the people perceive a particular thing in a different manner. So this was all in today's lecture session. In next lecture session related to perception, we will discuss the barriers which are associated with perception process. Thank you.